What up, Social Cam? Everybody, I'm driving back home from the gig. Gerald Veasley Band, we were the backup band for Rick Braun tonight. Man, it's funny, man. I'm just so grateful because, when I look at my background of music, like starting off, growing up playing in church as a gospel drummer, and then later on, I end up going to music school in New York at the New School for jazz music. And when I say, jazz, I don't discriminate against anybody's style of jazz music or none of that. It's about being versatile. But I went to a primarily Spangalang bebop. Bebop really took over me at during my college years in terms of that's why I moved to New York to learn how to really deal with the schwang. The straight ahead stuff. So that really took on a life of its own as far as my career, working with people from Kenny Garrett, studying with people like Buster Williams, Michael Carvin, Louis Nash. So that's been a passionate of mine. So, because basically I'm just a gospel drummer with, as far as my grace notes, it's more like straight ahead. So you got groove mixed with some straight ahead stuff, but I love to play beat. I love to play, straight ahead bop or whatever you call it. But then so just to fast forward all that, it was funny because my last tour I did was with a jazz harmonica player named Greg Art Murray, and then right before I played with him, I did Kenny Garrett's jazz record. So I just feel blessed to be able to jump. I don't even want to call it styles because I just look at it as a language, but to be able to play all these different languages, like to go from Kenny Garrett, to go from being able to play with the Yellow Jackets to Schofield or Christian McBride's gig, or Gerald Veasley. I feel really blessed to just never get bored musically. And it's weird because God has blessed me to meet a wife. My wife is the same way. What's crazy is a lot of people don't know she's a killing straight ahead jazz singer. And I'm not talking about like, you sing straight ahead jazz, but you still singing R&B language over it. No, she deals with it like, she's Corman McRae is a major influence on her. So many people. She can go down a list of singing standards and tunes and sing through the changes in scat with the language, but then go do a R&B, but then go do a praise and worship. So we both are like that. So but sometimes that it's a blessing and a curse, because when it's time to make a project, you can allow that being able to do so many things stylistically, it can paralyze you as far as you moving forward and doing something. But the Baylor's Project 2013, we're going to record that record this year. We're doing it because we need to get out on the road and play some gigs and want to see y'all. So, it's about 3 minutes already, but I just wanted to say, man, I feel really blessed. Like, man, I never played with, really too many, what they consider groove or smooth jazz gigs. It's probably one of my first. But man, Rick Braun is actually he's a good musician, good trumpet player. So nice guy too. So I had fun tonight. So it's blessed. One thing I can tell you all is that as a musician, be able to be versatile, to play it all. Don't be I don't believe in being a stickler or being, hey man, I'm just a straight ahead bop drummer, or I'm just a funk drummer, or I'm just a hip hop. Man, do it all and study the language of it. Not just be one of those people that like it, but really play all of it authentically. With your, as you begin to mimic people like Jimmy Cobb, Buster Williams, to Dennis Chambers, to Steve Gadd, to Max Roach, Harvey Mason, be able to really play those styles and languages authentically, or whether you're listening to a Michael Williams or Commission or Dana Davis or Joel Smith, be able to play those styles authentically, because it's going to really pay off in the future as far as language. So I really feel blessed. I know I'm going as like 5 minutes. I've been talking and preaching and sharing music today, but that would be my advice. And man, I feel blessed. Hey, and when you be able to play all these different languages, you'll always be working. You know, and I ain't even talk about producing yet, but I'm just talking about as a live musician and session musician. And the music tonight was, you know, most of it had charts for all of it. So, you know, so make sure you get your reading chops together, all that stuff, you know. So, you know, I'll holler at y'all. It's dark out here, so let me get on this road and pay attention to what's going on. All right, I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.